Holy Sri Gajanan Swami ki. Blessings, devotees, welcome to Sunday morning service. We begin as we normally do with our opening prayer. Let's concentrate upon the divine. Remember our mantra taken from the Rig Veda. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Shri Saraswatyaye Namah. Om Shannu Mitraha Sham Varunah Shanno Bhavata Aryamah Shanna Indro Brihaspati Shanno Vishnu Rukramah Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmahamavatu Tadavaktaramavatu Avatu Maham Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Holy Sri Gajanan Swami ki jai. Bhai jaiye. We will proceed this morning to our chawpais. प्रवेशे नगर कीजे सब काजा हृदय राखी कौशलपुर राजा रथ चरसिया सहित दू भाई चले बनहि अवधहि शिर नाई जहाँ के सुमिरन तेरी नाशा नाम शत्रुहन वेद प्रकाश भरण पोषण कर जोई कर नाम भरत अस होई जब तेरा राम जब तेरा ब्याही घर सखा धर्म में हसरत जाती जीत न कह न कहूरी को ताकी जय राम श्री राम, जय राम श्री राम, जय जय राम श्री राम, जय राम जय जय राम राम जय जय सीता राम जय जय राम। वह शोभाजु समझ सुख कहतन बने खगेश, वर्ण शारद शेष श्रुति सोरस जान महेश सिया पति रामचंद्र की जय शरणम। बंदो पवन कुमार खलबन पहवक ज्ञान घना, जसु हृदय आदर बस ही राम शरचाप धर। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते 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 वासुदेवाय। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। बोलिए श्री वासुदेव भगवान की जय। Devotees, in this period of time, we do puja, but vachik, mansik. The again that we consecrate for puja is different from the again that we consecrate when it's Pitra Paksh, when we do Shrad, Karam, etc. For puja, we invoke Brahm again, and for Shrad and so on, Dakshin again. Same fire, but different function. Likewise, when there is cremation, that fire is referred to as Karvyad Agni. So, according to tradition, in this period of time, we do our devotions as normal as we're supposed to do. Light our diya, offer our jal, offer our flowers, you can do your arati. It's just we desist from doing havan. To be on the safe side, mansik puja, vachik. So this is what we are going to do as we glorify that Lord through Kirtan Bhajan, and we focus upon some bits of philosophy that are necessary to help us to go through life. So what we'll do, we'll glorify the Panchadevata, and then we'll proceed from there. So the Panchadevatas was mentioned before: Gajanan Swami Devi, Bhagwan Shankar, Sri Satyanarayan, and Suruj Narayan Swami. Bear in mind that the Adhishtatri Devata for Akash, ether, is Vishnu Bhagwan, and the quality of Akash is sound. And in us as human beings, Gyan Indriya, the sense of hearing. The Adhishtatri Devata for Vayu is Suruj Narayan Swami. The quality of Vayu, sound and touch. And in us, the sense of touch, the tactile sense. The Adhishtatri Devata for again fire, again Tattva, Devi Ma. And the qualities of fire, sound, touch, and form. And in us, that Gyan Indriya, the eyes, the sense of sight. The Adhishtatri or presiding deity of water is Gajanan Swami, Ganesh Bhagwan. And that again Tattva possesses four qualities: sound, touch, sight, and taste. And in us, the sense of taste, that Gyan Indriya. And Lord Shiva, he is the presiding deity for Prithvi Tattva, which has the previous four qualities as well as scent, the olfactory sense. So as was mentioned before, just to remind you, when we glorify the Panchadevata, it's not 5 different gods we are worshipping. We are actually purifying the senses within ourselves, the tattvas. For those who may not be able to understand to that depth, it's no problem to concentrate on the 5 gods, as we say, goddesses. But in effect, this is what we do. Everything is to our benefit. And whether I do it through physical offerings, I do it through mantra, word, vachik, or mansik. Philosophically, this is the end result. Purification of the senses. Purification of the tattvas within the body. Bhutshuddhi. So devotees, just remember that when we do all these actions, it's for our benefit. Deeper significance. Focus upon it. He Ramba Hare Jai, He Ramba Hare. 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 Jai Durga Hare, Jai Jai Durga Hare. Jai Durga Hare, Jai Jai Durga Hare. Jai Durga Hare, Jai Jai Devi Hare. Jai Durga Hare, Jai Jai Devi Hare. Jai Shiva Hare, Jai Jai Shiva Hare. Jai Shiva Hare, Jai Jai Shiva Hare. Jai Shiva Hare, Jai Jai Shiva Hare. Jai Shiva Hare, Shiva Shankar Hare. Aditya Hare, Jai Aditya 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 Hare. Jai Vishnu Hare, Jai Jai Vishnu 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 Hare. Jai Rama Hare, Jai Jai Krishna 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 Hare. O japa kar yahi naam man bhavare. O japa kar yahi naam man bhavare. Japa kar yahi naam man bhavare. O japa kar yahi naam man bhavare. Jai Rama Hare, Jai Jai Krishna Hare. O japa kar yahi naam man bhavare. Jai Rama Hare, Jai Jai Krishna Hare. हो जपा कर यही नाम मन बावरे। Devotees, we will glorify Bhagwan Sri Ram, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, simple kirtanam, and then we will proceed from there. Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murare Panduranga Panduranga Ram Krishna Hare Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Vitthal Vitthal Panduranga Ram Krishna Hare Vitthal Vitthal Panduranga Ram Krishna Hare Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murari Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murari Panduranga Panduranga Ram Krishna Hare Panduranga Panduranga Ram Krishna Hare Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Vitthal Vitthal Panduranga Ram Krishna Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare Mukunda Murari Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam Radha Madhav Radhe Shyam Sitaram Sitaram Sita Vallabha Sitaram Radha Mukunda Radhe Shyam Radha Govinda Radhe Shyam Radha Mukunda Radhe Shyam Hey Radha Govinda Radhe Shyam. Radha Radha Radha. Radha Radha Radha. Hey Radhe Govinda. Vrindavan Govinda. Krishna Mukunda. Hey Nanda Nandana. Oh Nanda Nandana. Hey Nanda Nandana. Oh Nanda Nandana. Oh Nanda Nandana. Hey Radhe Govinda. Radhe Govinda. Oh Radhe Govinda. Oh Radhe Govinda. Devotees, we are in Pitra Paksh, and Paksh relates to a fortnight. In the month of Ashwin, Hindu calculation, dark night, Ashwin, Krishna Paksh, the first 2 weeks, dedicated to the Pitris, the ancestors. And it is all an effort to remind us of the contribution of the ancestors. As we have been saying time and again, life is like a relay. Each generation runs its leg of the race, passes on the baton to the next generation. So it's supposed to continue to run and pass it on, and so it goes on ad infinitum, as we say. So we, the present, we are here where we are because of the sacrifices, the efforts made by the ancestors. Everything about us, whatever we have learned, whatever we are doing, everything has come from the ancestors. So we are told that become aware of that fact that we have received from the ancestors so many values, practices, principles. We owe a debt of gratitude. He who takes without giving is a thief. So in this period of time, we are reminded of the debts that we owe to the ancestors. And we need to become aware. And devotees, not only we pay these debts, but how can I do it? One of the ways also is that I must become proactive and do what is expected of me. The repayment of the debts is not merely ritualistic, but it is how I live on a daily basis. So devotees, our value systems, practices, philosophy, religion, culture, everything about us has come from the ancestors. And the Pitra Yag, in its true sense, would mean enhancing, well, firstly, maintaining what we have received as best as possible, at great sacrifices if possible. Enhance wherever possible, based upon time, place, and circumstances. For our scriptures tell us time, place, and circumstances determine how we conduct ourselves. The basic truth doesn't change. The basic philosophy doesn't change, though sometimes the methodology may change. But the idea is that we keep it alive. As the saying goes, enhance what we have received based upon time, place, and circumstances, and we pass it on to the next generation. Now, each person has this responsibility. And devotees, this is a daily responsibility we have. You see, the rituals we do once in a while, but the practice, the maintaining of these principles is on a daily basis. So how I live, what I do, everything about me is a reflection of Pitra Yagi, what I'm doing to repay that debt of gratitude to the ancestors, and what examples I am setting for the generations to come. So I am reminding each of us that this is what we need to do. It doesn't make any sense when Pitra Paksh comes, everybody rushes and offers water, and you perform your havan and so on and so forth, Pitra havan, whatever. And when that is finished, that is okay now until next year, Pitra Paksh again. I say no. It's a daily occurrence. You may not offer water every day for the Pitris or whatever, but what I just mentioned to you, this is even more powerful than offering water. Now, I have my views on these things. Some people think that when you offer water, the ancestors, wherever the souls may be, benefit. I believe strongly in reincarnation. That soul is going to assume a new form. This is why I keep saying that whatever I do, the food I put outside, etc., all these things, not really for the ancestors, but I am repaying my debt of gratitude, which I owe. Follow me. Because put it simply, Father may be in a place eating better food than we have here. Think about it. You see, most of us are caught up with the superficial action, not understanding that there's a deeper part of it. So devotees, I am saying that the Pitra Yagya is not only for Pitra Paksh, though Pitra Paksh reminds us of the contributions. We need to reflect upon it and intensify our efforts at doing what? Repaying our debts of gratitude to the ancestors. And remember, we are saying, he who takes without giving is a thief. There are two types of sins that can be created. Sins of commission and sins of omission. So failure to carry out these practices amount to sins of omission. Now, we may perform whatever in Pitra Paksh. Sometimes people out of fear, the pundits tell you the souls come back to eat. I don't know how that happens. But I'm not going to go into that nonsense. I have my view, and my view is simply, I'm repaying my debt of gratitude. But to many of us, very superficially, the preschool kind of thing I keep talking about, you put the food for Father, you give him water, so he go till next year. No. He eats once a year. And then for the rest of the year, you as an individual, live anyhow you feel. That is hypocrisy. I am saying, on a daily basis, understand your responsibility. No man is an island. You didn't come here by yourself. And therefore, you have to understand that you have a responsibility. So all of us devotees, don't treat this lightly. And I'm convinced that most of the world suffer from sins of omission, even not commission. You may not do things bad, but you may not do what you're supposed to do. You owe that debt which you're not repaying. You live in a comfort zone thinking you live in a good life. Live a good life is good, but live a better life by repaying your debts and free yourself from bondage. Because it's not good to carry baggage from life to life. So devotees, coming to Pitra Paksh is simple. I strongly believe in this. And as I said, there are 5 debts that we owe. Debt to God, debt to the rishis, debt to the ancestors, society, and to the lower forms of creation. And this, what we call nitya karma, daily basis, we need to repay these debts. Failure to do so, sins of omission. So I'm just telling you, and you have to determine what you're going to do. And incidentally, the Shiv Sanhita tells us, by carrying out these karmas, you don't get blessings. Why? Because you are paying your debts. You're paying your debts. And if you don't repay your debts, you incur penalty. So this is why doing it, you free yourself from bondage as a good thing. Not doing it, you incur penalty. You suffer the consequences. And the vote is, I am not talking about only Pitru Paksha. I am talking about every single day. Let us understand that. We need to live this type of life where on a daily basis I repay my debts of gratitude. So what I want you to do is to think, analyze yourselves. Do you carry out these practices? Are you incurring sins of omission by not completing, fulfilling your responsibilities, your obligations? Devotees, no man suffers without reason. And I may live a good life, but if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I incur the sins that come back to haunt me. So I want everybody to be, aware and wake up to this. Not just blind rituals. Sometimes we get fed up of that. All kind of different kind of things. More and more they're telling you, do this and do that and do that and do that. What is the basic principle? Repaying your debt of gratitude. Understand it. And no matter where you are, in whatever part of the world, under whatever circumstances, we all can, to some extent, repay these debts of gratitude. So the choice is ours. So when Pitru Paksha, it's not dead people time. The body dies, the soul doesn't die. Too much nonsense in our religion. Understand what the principles are, maintain them. Now devotees, each of us, we are here today. Our ancestors were here once upon a time. They are not here today. We are here today. We don't know who will be here tomorrow. But this journey continues. So, in this period of time, devotees, I want to remind you of certain little practices, principles, philosophy we need to understand. So I start off with simply, I am here now. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Everybody without exception, king, pauper, guru, chela, saint, rakshas, everybody, as the saying goes, we all have to go one day. We all have to go. So I start off from that point, knowing that life is impermanent, transient. As the bhajan says, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। खूब मौज कर देखत माशे, खूब मौज कर देखत माशे, खेलयने को खेला, करनी है सो कर ले बंदे, करनी है सो कर ले बंदे, फिर पछताना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। कौड़ी कौड़ी करके जोड़े, कौड़ी कौड़ी करके जोड़े, बड़ा खजाना है, संग न जाए जहाँ बंदे रे, संग न जाए जहाँ बंदे रे, फिर पछताना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। कौड़ी कौड़ी करके जोड़े, बड़ा खजाना है, संग न जाए जहाँ बंदे रे, संग न जाए जहाँ बंदे रे, फिर नहीं आना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है। जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इसका कौन ठिकाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना। So devotees, the point is we all have to go one day. When that day does come, and we don't know when, God knows, our karmas determine all that, destiny. But we do know that when that moment comes, there is no putting off. I can't say no, wait tomorrow. I have to go. Nobody can hold us back. None. So the idea is that if you look at life itself, खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, look at the kind of show life puts to us. And many of ourselves, we get involved in this kind of show. Game after game, khel aneko khel, playing games. And when we say playing games, what is meant here is that, not maintaining the principles, trying to play smart, trying to, you're compromising principles, but you try to pass it off as, oh, you're doing the right thing, create a front, a show, tamasha. But the sages tell us, you do that, what happens? That day does come when you have to go. You put off the right things that you're supposed to do in life, the good things, substitute with the games that we play, and then when that day does come, time, tide, opportunity, wait on no man. Nobody can stop us. I have to go. I have to go. Then there'll be regrets. I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have done that. Why didn't I do it when I had a chance? As a bhajan tells us, jo kal karna so aaj kar le, jo aaj karna so ab kar le. Tomorrow never comes. We, in various ways, kauri, rake and scrape as we say. Karke jore, keep adding. Bada khazana hai. At the end, very well ji. Money, house, land, whatever. Bada khazana hai. Sank na jaye ja bandere. When it's time to leave and go, you carrying anything? Nothing. Then there's regret again, and understand all that you have, You don't come back again to meet it. It's left behind. Fir nahi aana hai. You don't come back this way twice. So devotees, we have to understand our vulnerability. No, nobody wants to pay attention to this. We keep saying that there are 5 mental afflictions. 5 mental afflictions we all suffer from. The first is agyan, ignorance. Then there's asmita, ego. Rag, attachment. Dvesh, aversion. And abhinivesh, fear of death. Now the last 4 are evolutes of the first, agyan. Ignorance is dominant. And devotees, what destroys? Agyan. Not gyan. Gyan destroys agyan. And we have thus just come out of the Ganesh Utsav period. And I've been harping day in, day out. Ganesh symbolizes that concept, the principle of gyan, wisdom. Wisdom. Wisdom destroys unwisdom. Gyan destroys agyan. So we have come out of the period, and I don't know whether that gyan is strong, whether it will destroy agyan, I don't know. You have to know for yourself, each person. But unless that gyan destroys agyan, then what happens? From agyan, ignorance, as such, ego, I. And because of this asmita, I, many think they could outlive creation. You don't want to think anything otherwise. I could outlive creation. Attachment and aversion. You live a life of duality. You like this, you don't like this. And this is how you go. And death, no. You can't think about that at all. No. Fear. Many times people say, are you ready to go, you know? And when you see Jamraj confront you, start about hard. Give me some chance now, I'm ready to go yet. Give me some chance. Let me see my grandchildren. Let me see my great-grandchildren. Wait, hold on, see them. See? Fear of death. These 5 mental afflictions, devotees, cause us problem. And the thing is that everybody has to go one day. And some of the sages project this point, that live every day like it's your last. It could very well be your last. Now, I may not want it to be my last. It's not my wish to be the last. But as I keep saying, if wishes were horses, beggars might ride. Devotees, the idea is you prepare for the unexpected if you can. The unexpected becomes unexpected when you see you don't prepare. If you expect it, then it is not unexpected anymore. So what does it mean by, live every day like it's your last? Eat, drink, make merry, when you're dead, bury? That's how many will look at it. Because you're very much materialistic, not realizing that how much you could eat and drink and where does it take you? Is that what life is all about? Do your good. Because what we carry with us is our spiritual wealth, nothing else. Nothing else. Even the body doesn't go. We all know that. So devotees, as I said, many of us don't want to think about it, but this is ultimate eventuality. It is going to happen. We just don't know when. So it's important then to prepare ourselves. Nobody wants to think of mortality, especially the young ones. The old ones, many people think that, they go anytime. But don't forget, many of the old ones remain and the young ones going. That is a respecter of none. So devotees, we analyze and, what is this all about? So just 2 statements I'm going to make. Death is but an aspect of life. Death is but an aspect of life. The destruction of one material form is but the prelude to the building up of another. Matter is neither created nor destroyed. So what we're saying, life is the reality. Death is a transition. Death is but an aspect of life. And what do I mean by that? When the body is cremated or buried, matter is still there, whether ashes or whatever. the molecules are still there. They join with other molecules to form other bodies, not necessarily human bodies, but matter still exists. Life continues. This is why they say death is but an aspect of life. The yogis tell us this, so that we won't be afraid and live, in this kind of fear. When scriptures say, Abhay, be fearless, even in face of death. So devotees, matter is neither created nor destroyed. Death is but an aspect of life. The destruction of one material form is but the prelude to the building up of another. And we are told that the body is never more alive than when it's dead. It's alive in its units, but dead in totality. If you look at that body, analyze its cells, life still exists. It is alive in its units, but in totality, as a complete body, it doesn't function. We say it's dead. But the point is, there is still life. Life is the reality. Death is a transition. So the sages tell us, why be afraid? Right? Why be afraid? Sharbhang Muni, he willingly gave up his body. So too so many others, because they saw death as a transition. But devotees, what dies? What dies? So here, the Brahmanand, a great poet and sage devotees, he used the advice that Bhagavan Sri Krishna gave to Arjuna. Arjuna, very despondent, etc., as many of us would be. But the build him up, good philosophy was given to him that is beneficial to all of us. We'll understand that what dies, what is transient, what is intransient. Brahmanand says, Shri Krishna kahe nirdhara, suna Arjun bachan hamara. Bhagavan Sri Krishna saying, Arjun, listen to my words. Not only listen, assimilate. Listen through the medium of the airs. Let them flow down to the catchment area of the heart and there. Assimilate. Lesson for all of us devotees. Don't let the mind stray, focus. Bhagavan Sri Krishna speaking to all of us. Shri Krishna kahe nirdhara, sun Arjun bachan hamara. Shri Krishna kahe nirdhara, sun Arjun bachan hamara. यह जीव सदाय विनाशी, सुख रूप स्वयं प्रकाशी. यह जीव सदाय विनाशी, सुख रूप स्वयं प्रकाशी. जद देह को चेतन हारा, जद देह को चेतन हारा, सुन अर्जुन बचन हमारा. श्री कृष्ण कहे निरधारा, सुन अर्जुन बचन हमारा. जिम वस्त्र पुराण उतारी, पहिरे नवीन रनारी. जिम वस्त्र पुराण उतारी, पहिरे नवीन रनारी. तिम जीव शरीर दुबारा, तिम जीव शरीर दुबारा. सुन अर्जुन बचन हमारा. मनि कहति मदोरय धारे, तिम सब जग मूर सहरे। मनि कहति मदोरय धारे, तिम सब जग मूर सहरे। मम अंश जीव है सारा, मम अंश जीव है सारा, सुन अर्जुन वचन हमारा। यह नश्वर तन थिर नाही, क्या सोच करे मन माही। यह नश्वर तन थिर नाही, क्या सोच करे मन माही। ब्रह्मानंद है रूप तुम्हारा, ब्रह्मानंद है रूप तुम्हारा, सुन अर्जुन वचन हमारा। श्री कृष्ण कहे निरधारा, सुन अर्जुन वचन हमारा, सुन अर्जुन वचन हमारा, सुन अर्जुन वचन हमारा। यह जीव सदा अविनाशी। So there is the body and there is the soul. यह जीव सदा अविनाशी, it's indestructible, the soul. सुख रूप स्वयं प्रकाशी, it is self-effulgent. It is the essence of bliss, the soul. There is matter and there is spirit. The body is matter and the soul, divine consciousness. There's a combination between the two. But what dies? It is the body that dies, not the soul, not who you are. The vote is, the soul doesn't die. The soul, unborn, doesn't die. Nainam Chindanti Sastrani, etc. We have chapter 2 of the Gita. Bhagavan made that point. But what he's pointing out is that who are we and what are we in reality? We heard during Ganesh Yagya, Bhagavan says he is the inner consciousness in everybody. We have been saying Ram hai Atma, Atma hai Ram. The 13th chapter of the Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, I am the soul in each person. So in other words, that inner consciousness, that Atma, the soul, however we refer to it, it is Brahm. It is the divine. That is who we are. Aham Brahmasmi. Chedananda Rupaha Shivoham Shivoham. So I don't die. The body dies. But it so happens that we are attached to the body and we identify the body to be the person, which is agyan, ignorance. And that is why the other four evolutes of agyan come about. Mental afflictions. Because of agyan. Now we are caught up in the world of Maya, the illusion. So we don't see in reality. All of us. But this is the essence of what scriptures tell us. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is saying, as a man discards old and worn-out clothes and puts on those that are new, similarly, the soul moves on to other bodies. In other words, that is the reincarnation process. So when somebody has died, unlike what many people think, that there is a place called Pitralok, where these souls go and sit down there and wait. And every year, Pitrapaksh, they open the gate in the gated community now. They open the gate and all of them rush down, eat and go back and strong until next year again. That devotee, what kind of thinking is that? There is reincarnation. The soul assumes new bodies. Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself is saying, this is what happens. He's saying, Mama ansha hai jiva hai sara. O Arjun, you are part and parcel of me, the Lord Supreme, divine consciousness. Mama ansha jiva hai sara. All, everyone without exception is part and parcel of me. This body is perishable. Here nashwar tantra nahi. The body is perishable, but you are not. Kya soch kare man mahi? Why then do you worry? Why then do you grieve? Why? Brahmananda hai roop tumhara. Your true essence is Brahm Anand, unbounded bliss. That is our true essence, devotees. Anybody experiencing it? You know why? Because you identify with the body. Once you identify with that which is perishable, that which causes pain, that which is caught up in the world of duality, how could you experience Brahm Anand? That bliss, which is our true Nitya. So, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is telling us, you know, why do you grieve? Why do you worry? The objective then, devotees, understanding this, is to realize who we are. That inner journey, spiritual journey. And you know, we are told that there are different types of attitudes we need to have. I won't go into all the details. Scriptures give us, devotees, practices to maintain. You know, which if we maintain to the highest, gradually, simiti, we go inward, as it were, and we attain to our true Nitya. Our true Nitya, which is Brahmanand. What are some of the practices, devotees? Vaishnava jana to tene kahiye पीर पराई जान रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए पीर पराई जान रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए पर उपकार करे फिर भी क्यों पर उपकार करे फिर भी क्यों मन अभिमान न मान रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए छोर बुराई करो भलाई छोर पराई निंदा छोर बुराई करो भलाई छोर पराई निंदा सकल चराचर समझ बराबर रहे धर्म पर जिंदा रे भाई रहे धर्म पर जिंदा भूल जान कर करे न लालच भूल जान कर करे न लालच दया करे अनजान रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए ना कोई छोटा न कोई पोता हरि के सभी खिलौने ना कोई छोटा न कोई पोता हरि के सभी खिलौने जिसलिए मन में भेद न तन में उसके शाम सलोने रे भाई उसके शाम सलोने पिंजरा छोड़ने जब उड़ पंछी पिंजरा छोड़ने जब उड़ पंछी क्या अपने देगा मेरे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए झूठ न बोले सच के तोले मीठी बोली बोली झूठ न बोले सच के तोले मीठी बोली बोली ऊंच नीच का भाग न राखे, मन के आंखें खोले रे भाई, मन के आंखें खोले। धन्य उसी की माता जग में, धन्य उसी की माता जग में, जो हरि को पहचान रे। वैष्णव जन तू तेने कहिए, पीर पराई जान रे। वैष्णव जन तू तेने कहिए, वैष्णव जन तू तेने कहिए। Devotees, simple points, lessons for life, do's and don'ts, prohibitions, injunctions, as scriptures say. Yeah. My father would put it in a very simple way, just to summarize it. The bhajan has more, but he says, then you have to speak the truth. When you have to wear the garments of justice. If you have to beat out the bad impressions from the mind. If you have to go to satsang. You have to take blessings, take knowledge. If you have to give, charity, do the right things, satpiddan. If you have to run away from evil company. Simple advice that we all know. All these little bits of advice over the years we have been hearing. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil shall follow you. The 3 monkeys, devotees, simple lessons in life. Put aside the ego. This world like a flower garden. Let the tears of love be showered upon all. The tears of love water the flowers in this universal flower garden. Important to know, devotees, that these attitudes could only come about when there is true love, genuine love. You cannot behave otherwise. But if there is no love, you behave otherwise. So everything goes back to that very essential commodity we call prem, love. Love, devotees, changes our attitudes, changes us for the better. We see things. You know why love is so important? Because we are the essence of love. That Lord is the essence of love. Devotees, again, follow what this bhajan says. Prem ki nadiya jivan naiya, chinta kya jo bhagwan khivaiya. We are looking for God, right? He said, Prem ki nadiya, love is like a river. Jivan naiya, boat, life is like a boat. That boat that sails along the river of love. Chinta kya? Why need worry? Bhagwan khivaiya. God becomes a boatman. Remember the bhajan, devotees. Prema ki nadiya jivan naiya, prema ki nadiya jivan naiya, chinta kya jo bhagwan khivaiya, chinta kya jo bhagwan khivaiya. Prema ki nadiya jivan naiya, prema ki nadiya jivan naiya, chinta kya jo bhagwan khivaiya, chinta kya jo bhagwan khivaiya. दुख सुख के सागर में परकर आश निराशों के लहरों पर, दुख सुख के सागर में परकर आश निराशों के लहरों पर, डूबत तैरत जावेंगे नैया, डूबत तैरत जावेंगे नैया, चिंता क्या जो भगवान की रैया, चिंता क्या जो भगवान की रैया। प्रेम की नदिया जीवन नैया, चिंता क्या जो भगवान की रैया। प्रेम के दिल में तो मन भगवन में, बढ़े बढ़ो धीरज धर मन में। प्रेम के दिल में तो मन भगवन में, बढ़े बढ़ो धीरज धर मन में। कर ही देंगे पार खेवैया, कर ही देंगे पार खेवैया, चिंता क्या जो भगवान की रैया, चिंता क्या जो भगवान की रैया। प्रेम की नदिया जीवन नैया, प्रेम की नदिया जीवन नैया, चिंता क्या जो भगवान की रैया, चिंता क्या जो भगवान की रैया, चिंता क्या जो भगवान की रैया। So devotees, without love, true love, genuine love, unselfish. And by the way, this amounts to bhakti. Bhakti, pure, unselfish, unadulterated love for God. A love that gives up everything and asks for everything in return. Most of us, we have what is called selfish love. You don't really call that love, you know. You know, this conditional love, unconditional love. That is what we look at. So devotees, if life becomes like a boat sailing on this river of unconditional love, chinta kya? Why need worry? Bhagwan khevaiya. God becomes a boatman. And we sing Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare. Jab char taraf andhiyara ho, asha ka dukha dur. When all things are bleak, dark on all sides, the ship of life is rocked about in turbulent waters of duality, misfortune. You become the boatman, O Lord. You become the boatman. You need a strong boatman, an experienced boatman. And there is none like Bhagwan. He is Bhavsagar ke Malla, that boatman for the ocean of duality. And how to have him? Devotees, let the boat sail along the river of unconditional love. In this world, dukh sukh, you have it sometimes up, sometimes down. Dukh sukh sagar mein parkar, ash nirash, hope and despair. All these are in the ocean of duality. Who doesn't have these things? Who is not exposed to these pairs of duality, opposites? Devotees, the ship of life, the boat of life, dubata tairata javenge naya, being tossed about, sometimes toppling over, but you keep going, crossing this turbulent ocean of duality. If there is love, Bhagwan is the boatman. He holds on. He steadies the boat. How do I know that our Lord is the boatman in me? Prem ke dil mein tu man Bhagwan mein. When there's love in the heart, genuine, unconditional love, then we know for sure Bhagwan, man mein, he is inside. He is inside. But if there is no love, where is he? Where there's selfishness, ego, these negativities we speak about, you won't feel the presence of God. Now, not that God isn't here, you know, devotees. God is present in every single atom of creation. But what we are saying is that you won't feel his presence because you have shut him out. You have shut out that positive vibrations because of your own negativities. Agyan, asmita, rag, dvesh, abhinivesh, mental afflictions. We cause our own problems. So what we are told, prem e dil mein ko, when there's love in the heart, man Bhagwan mein, Badhe badho, dheeraj dhar man mein. Be strong, be courageous, be fearless. And after last night we discussed this in satsang. Yeah? Abhay. When there's love in the heart, God is there. Badhe badho dheeraj man mein. With great courage, conviction, faith. Aage chaliye. Go forward. Positively go forward. Kar hi denge par khevaiya. The Lord is going to take us across Bhausagar, which is life's journey. Life's journey. You think you have a little problem here? Money problem, emotional problem, little thing? These things are transient. These things are nothing compared to the big problem. All these problems come up because you are caught up in the ocean of duality. And there is no boatman. The boat spinning all wrong, toppling over whatever. Turbulence. But if you have the proper boatman, the experienced boatman, he stabilizes the boat and takes us across. As long as we are caught up in this turbulent ocean of duality, you're going to have these situations existing. So devotees, what is the key then? Prem. True love for God. And I cannot say I love God when I hate everybody around me. True love, even if you don't like me, I still have that love for you. I don't carry baggage. Love is unconditional. I don't love you because you love me. I love you, full stop. Prem, Sacha Prem. This is bhakti. This is what God is all about, devotees. You see, like how a mother will have unconditional for a child? That's the kind of love we all need to develop. Even if somebody abuses me. However, whatever you do to me, I don't carry baggage. And I don't want to tell you something to cause pain to you. That's ego. Let it be. I become like a sponge, so to speak, to absorb whatever you say. If that makes you feel better, this is my love that I demonstrate to you. Can we behave like that, devotees? Or anytime you tell me one thing, I have to tell you about 10 things in return, or maybe 100, because I'm more bigger than yours. That's not love. That is asmita, ego, born out of agyan, ignorance. So devotees, for those of us who want to understand about life, this is what you look at, you know. It's not just, in between praying and thing and this. All those things are good. But everything boils down to the attitudes that we have. Who am I? What am I in reality? Am I a cesspool of impurities? Or am I uncovering these divine qualities as we focused upon last night, chapter 16? Divine qualities. This is who I am. I need to get there. So devotees, as with the mother, selfless devotion to that child, to her baby, taking care of him, going at, great distress to herself, but she pays no mind to it. Love causes all that. Love causes all that. And so this is the attitude we need to have as we go through life. And devotees, my mind reflects on Bhagavan, Krishna, and himself, baby, and Mata Yashoda. What was her prayer, devotees? This is the prayer we need to have for all. Whether you love me or you don't. Whether you support me or you don't. I don't know. This is who I am and this is what I want to be. I wish you all the best. Mata Yashoda, devotees, in her own simple way. She prayed for her son who is the Lord of all creation. But the attitude is important. Mata Yashoda would take care of her son, bathe him, feed him, everything else. But as all mothers, parents, all, we just want the best for the child. The best for those who we love, those who are near and dear. And in our case, it should be everybody. Don't carry an iota of hate, negativity in the mind. So this bhajan devotees, long time I never did it. And I don't normally do it because I tend to break down a little bit as I sing it, I'll try not to. The bhajan says, devotees, Mera deepak juga juga jali, juga juga prakash phailai. The mother is praying that this light of hers, her son, May it for age after age continue to shine brilliantly. No matter what storms come its way, let it be sheltered and protected from all negativities. May it never go out. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. इतना मांगू भगवान, आए आंधी या तूफान. इतना मांगू भगवान, आए आंधी या तूफान. ये ज्योति न बुझने पाए, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. ये ज्योति न बुझने पाए, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. तेरे नैनों का ये तारा, मेरा जीवन का उजियारा. मेरे नैनों का ये तारा, मेरा जीवन का उजियारा. मुख कमल खोल मुस्काई, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मुख कमल खोल मुस्काई, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मनमोहन मधुर सलोना, मेरा टूट न जाए खिलौना. मनमोहन मधुर सलोना, मेरा टूट न जाए खिलौना. तुम दीन बंधु कहलाए, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. तुम दीन बंधु कहलाए, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. मेरा दीपक जुग जुग जले, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए, जुग जुग प्रकाश फैलाए. So devotees, this is how the mother prayed. And this is how that love, when it exists, this is what we want. That while embodied, whatever challenges, difficulties may come in life, whatever storms come our way, that light must be able to weather the storm successfully. And we know, as we just heard, that it doesn't die. That light remains forever eternal, it's imperishable. But where I am at this point in my life, at this stage, this is what I pray for. Oh Lord, please take care of the near and dear ones. This is my prayer, this is my wish. So devotees, love causes all that. And once I become that true embodiment of love, everything becomes different. Life takes a different turn. Easier said than done, though. Easier said than done. Because the negativities overpower us, control us. Yeah? Right now, I may feel motivated. Yes, I will do that. And from the time you step outside, somebody step on your foot, you fly over the hook. Forget everything. It doesn't happen overnight, no, devotees. Simiti, simiti, jal bharahita lava. You have to work for it. You have to become aware of every moment what is happening. Be aware. Critical self-analysis, introspection. Key, devotees. Pluck out the weeds of vices from the seeds of virtues that we have in all of us. Have you ever observed from experience that you plant your seeds, but I don't know how the weeds tend to go so fast that they overpower the seeds? Isn't that so, Danny? Weeds have a special way. They go faster than anything else. You want the seeds to go, but the weeds spring up and overpower the seeds. And then what you do? You make sure you pluck out all the weeds so the seeds can germinate. You do that in your garden, but you don't do that in this garden. And the weeds, like bush, grow very, very fast and overpower the seeds of virtues that you can't even differentiate what you are. This is why constant awareness of what you do, who you are, and what you are. This is the only way you could grow devotees. Only way, no other way. That awareness is important. So if you look at it from this perspective, I have so much to do within me, with myself. I really don't have time for anybody else. Isn't that so? If I was perfect, then I may look at you and say whatever. But I'm making the point, and it's for all of us. The point I'm making is that there's so much I have to do for me. How can I do anything for you? I can just talk, facilitate, but you have to take it and analyze it. So devotees, I want people to be aware, not to be afraid and whatever else, but remember our own vulnerability, our own mortality. Nobody has control. God knows the best what our destiny is, what our karmas have been. We don't know. Right? And therefore, every moment, you prepare yourself. Whatever. Not that you're going to die. Don't tell us you're going to die. But in case of that eventuality, I won't have my mind attached to anything. My father always said to us, always die a pauper. Die a pauper. Now, nobody say that, the whole idea is in the head. You let go everything. You let go. But when you cling on to the few coins you have, that will keep you right here. You have to come back and suffer. No matter what you have, be there with a sense of detachment. Let it be. I'm not attached to anything. I could leave at any moment. Because that doesn't make me. It doesn't define me. It should not define me. Yeah? And devotees, you go with this attitude in life. And don't forget, again we're reminding you, we are here only for a day or two. So devotees, this normally, it's something like awake my mind, right? Like we go to awake, but this is Pitrabhak, sometimes we keep you aware of what is happening. And devotees, this little verse, I like it, it says a lot. Life, what life is all about. A little verse from a song by the late Mukesh Chandra Mathur. According to the song, his beloved left him, and well, when he was in that pain, philosophy came up too bad. When you're in pain, then you understand, right? एक पल है हंसना, एक पल है रोना, कैसा है जीवन का खेला. एक पल है हंसना, एक पल है रोना, कैसा है जीवन का खेला. एक पल है मिलना, एक पल बिछड़ना, दुनिया है दो दिन का मेला. ये घड़ी न जाए बीत, ये घड़ी न जाए बीत, तुझे मेरे गीत बुलाते हैं. लौट के आजा मेरे नींद. Separation devotees very brings out different emotions, एक पल है हंसना, एक पल है रोना. Check what life is all about. One moment we laugh, next moment we cry. कैसा है जीवन का खेला? What kind of game this life is all about? एक पल है मिलना, एक पल बिछड़ना. We meet today, now, next moment, बिछड़ना, separation. दुनिया है दो दिन का मेला. We are here in this world only for a day or two. So how do I live my life? एक घड़ी न जाए बीत. Live every moment in time. treasure it, value it. Life is about memories. Create the good memories, beautiful memories. Devotees, we do not know. This is why it's always good. People come together, whatever, you live on good terms because you don't know. We never see each other again, ever. That's it. Sad, depressing, but it's a fact. So, this is how we live our lives. And so, devotees, you can develop different strategies if you can. One of the easy ways to my mind is kind of insulate yourself. Though it's not easy. Insulate yourself from everybody and everything. That's like one way, right? Or gradually try to. It's easy to say to detach, but not easy, no devotees. But, you know, for some of us who are not really jnanis, we depend upon that Lord, we believe in that Lord. I dare to surrender to Him. Surrender to Him. Let Him take charge. Let Him guide me. So devotees, this beautiful bhajan which we all sing, time and again, understand what this meaning is. More and more. Jai Krishna Hare, Shri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyon ki dukh dur kare, Jai 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 Krishna Hare. जब चार तरफ अंधियार हो, जब चार तरफ अंधियार हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई न खेवन वाला हो, और कोई न खेवन वाला हो, फिर तू ही बेरा पार करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहा। तेरे दर्शन को मैं तरस रहा, तेरा नाम की माला जपत रहा। भाव सागर से मोरी नैया, भाव सागर से मोरी नैया, क्षण में जाय किनारा हो, क्षण में जाय किनारा। जय 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 कृष्ण। जय Jai Krishna Hare. Jaya Jaya Jai Krishna Hare. Devotees, the name of the Lord, most powerful. It helps. It's like that medicine, that soothing balm that quietens the negativity from within the heart. So we chant the name and we proceed to conclude. Hey Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. Hey Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. 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 Hey Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Hey Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Jai Rama Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama. Hey Jai Rama Shri Rama Jai Jai Rama. Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Rama Shri Ram. Shri Rama Jai Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Shri Rama Jai Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Jai Rama Shri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Govinda Bolo Hari Gopala Bolo. Hey Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Bolo. Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murari. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम हे श्री राम जय जय राम Holy Vrindavan Sri Krishna Chandra ki jai. So devotees, this morning we will conclude here. And remember, devotions don't stop. Many people ask Pitrapaksh, can we do this, can we do that? Devotees, sometimes I have to say only if you're not here. If you are dead, then you can't do anything. Keep on your praying. Just certain aspects we don't carry out. Life goes on. Okay, life goes on. And you know, if life is short, life is unpredictable. And I have to do what I have when I have a chance to do it. Why should I not do what I am supposed to do in Pitrapaksh? Put it off, I don't know what will happen after. Will I be here till after Pitrapaksh? I don't know. Ek hari na jai beat. Make use of every moment. Wisely. Time, tide, opportunity. Wait on no one. So devotees, I don't want you to feel depressed. Now, this kind of discourse could have you depressed, you know. But if you feel depressed, it's because of agyan, ignorance, fear. Oh, whatever is to be will be. Live the moment. Enjoy the moment. Make the best use of it. So, all wake up, smile. Oh, cry and think, wake up. Yeah? Just be aware that what could happen to all of us. Don't ever forget. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. Bole Vrindavan Sri Krishna Chandra ki jai. Devotees will have our prarthana. We say it's Arati, but we sing Om Jai Jagadish Hare. As appealing to that Supreme Lord, the Lord of all creation, to remove unhappiness, etc., etc. We all know the meaning of the bhajan. So please all stand. And you will come for a vibhuti as you normally do. You play? Oh, you? Right. Go ahead now, come. You can see shadow. You play here? You know, a lot of these bhajans, we sing them, we have become so familiar with them, we just sing them without understanding what we're saying. I want you to focus and understand what you're saying. Jai Jagadish Hari. Swami Jai Jagadish Hari. What is the next line? Jo dhyave phala pave. Dukha vinashe manaka. Jo dhyave, who merited upon you, so phala pave, attains benefit. The bhajan says certain things. Understand, if you can understand, you know, what you're saying, it's so much more meaningful. It does something for you. Okay, devotees? We're stressing the understanding, getting the essence of what you say, of what you do. Nothing like that. What is use looking at a beautiful mango and say, that looking like it tastes sweet. Taste it, naman. Bite it. Get a taste of it. Then you wouldn't want to substitute it for anything else. Arti.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare. Om Jai Jagadish. Swami Jai Jagadish Hare. Bhakt Jano ke sangat, Das Jano ke sangat, Kshan mein dur kare. Om स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण कहूँ किसकी स्वामी शरण कहूँ किसकी तुम बिन और न दूजा प्रभु बिन और न दूजा आश करो जिसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता दीन दयालु कृपालु दीन दयालु कृपालु कृपा करो भरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हुए कयंगोचर सबके प्राणपति स्वामी सबके प्राणपति किस विधि विनोदया में किस विधि विनोदया में तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता ठाकुर तुम मेरे स्वामी ठाकुर तुम मेरे अपने हाथ उठाओ अपने हाथ उठाओ द्वार भरा तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ संतन के सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे
शिव हरे शिव राम सखी प्रभु त्रिविध तप निवारण हे विभु अज जनेश्वर यादव पाहि मां शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं शिव हरे विजयं कुरु मे वरं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलं प्रतिदिनं कुशलं जय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुड्ध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनुहरिः ॐ लाभस्तेषां जयस्तेषां कुतस्तेषां पराजया येषाम् इन्दिवर्षां हृदयस्तु जनार्दन ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ त्वमेव माता च पितः त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरि ओम गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो गर्व से कहो बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की blessings devotees kindly be seated.
Sitaram, I'd like to extend an invitation for everyone to join with us in our Devi Yagya beginning on the 15th of October and ending on the 21st. On the 22nd of October, our Durga Ashtami and Kanya Puja will be celebrated. A kind reminder to all devotees who are interested in sitting for the Devi Yagya can kindly give their names to Aunty Rupati or Aunty Rhoda. We hope to see you next week as our Sunday services continue. Sitaram.
Blessings, devotees. You have a safe journey back home and we look forward to seeing you next week. Next week's service will, same way, but mightn't be the same thing. Right? So you can lighten it up a little bit next week. Maybe we'll pray for those of us, all of us, we have lost someone here and there. So next week, Sunday, we'll dedicate more to, doing the Gita. I want people to bring the Gita for next week. Right? Bring your copy of the Gita. So we will do in chapter 12. And then chapter 11 also, we pray for all the departed souls, wherever they may be. Right? So next week, Sunday, will be more praying for all who have gone before. And of course, we pray for ourselves too. Okay? So look forward to seeing you next week. Don't forget to bring your Gita with you next week. Blessings.